Hi there, Dean Linnell here with the Linnell Group at the Whistler Real Estate Company, and welcome to the Whistler Real Estate Weekly Tour Show, where I break down the top newly listed Whistler properties I've toured through this week. Now, today happens to be our Realtor Tour Day. It happens every Tuesday morning, and I've been through a bunch of different ones this morning, and one really stood out to me. Let me just show you right now. I'm going to flip over here to a different view, and I'll show you our listing system here. Now, this is the back end of our Whistler listing system where you can see the different properties that are available. It's the realtor facing side of it. So I'm just giving you a bit of a glimpse into that. So this one is Autumn Place. Now, let me just get on here, show you this real quick. 9328 Autumn Place. Now, this property was just listed a couple of days ago. I'll pull it up here. $3,600,000 for this home. This is on a street that's just as you're coming north out of, you've come up from Whistler Village, you're going to go past the village all the way up to Alpine Meadows. Now, sorry, not Alpine, Emerald Estates is past Alpine, and it's on your way to Pemberton. So it's just your last neighborhood in Whistler before you start heading up the Highway 99 to go towards Wedgwoods and Pemberton. So this is the first entrance of Emerald. You hang a left, go up the hill, and it's your next left, and there's a street called Autumn Place. Now the homes on this street overlook the water on Green Lake. Now, what's really interesting about this zone is that you do get commanding views of the lake. You also get killer views of Armchair Glacier and the mountains to the west, like Wedge. You also get a view of Blackcomb from there, but it's really the only way to get a commanding view of the water is to be up on the hillside above in Emerald looking down. Now, this home is 4 bedrooms total, 3.5 baths, was built in 1993. The land size is 10,402 square feet. Now, the house itself is made of log. Now, log isn't always everyone's cup of tea, but it is coming a little bit more back into fashion because people are realizing that they really want to have maybe a type of a home that's sort of very mountainy, woodsy, cabiny, I guess, and that's what a log home fulfills. So with these houses, people are really starting to come back to them. So we're noticing that lately, and this is a typical log home that would have been built in the 90s. Let's go over to the photos. Now, this is the front entrance of the house. Metal roof on a quiet cul-de-sac. And if we take a look here, this is the living room. Just through the windows here, you can see that expansive view that overlooks the lake. Huge soaring fireplace. This is the view in the kitchen and dining room. This is overlooking, if you look just below here, Highway 99 stretches in front of you. And I'm not gonna lie, when you're in the home, there is a little bit of highway noise, but you do have to put up with that to get those views because the water is past that the highway there, and you do get some highway noise traveling up towards the house, but that's just a price to pay. There you go with the highway here and the lake down below, and then you've got Armchair Glacier up here, Wedge Mountains right here. It's really an amazing, sorry, Wedge is right over here. Really amazing views from here. That's the dining room and kitchen. I believe this one is the master bedroom, bathroom, clawfoot tub. The loft up here with foosball table, of course. There's a couple of bedrooms up in the loft area, 2 of them up here. There's a second one. Bathroom, big shower. Second of those bedrooms. Now this is where it gets really interesting. If you look at this photo, this is one of the biggest offices I've ever seen in a log home, and I really like this one. It's just huge with lots of built-ins, display cabinets, and if we turn this way, amazing corner views of the lake from your desk in your home office. It's just incredible. I love this. Now, this is on that same level, and it's actually the media room, and this is a whole wet bar here, which is a really nice feature. And this is one of the tidiest entertainment units, media setups that I've ever seen. It's all built right in here with a stack for all the electronics. Really, really cool. And then views this way out towards the water in this room. So really cozy little spot. Imagine being in this hot tub looking out over Green Lake. Huge covered area for your hot tub here. Amazing. And that is the alpenglow photo in the summer. You can see the alpenglow up on Wedge and Armchair, and then Green Lake down below. So log is not everyone's cup of tea these days. People are starting to go more modern, but you have to pay a lot more to have a modern home because you're going to be building a new home here. And there's a lot of cost involved with building that style of home in Whistler, where if your idea of a Whistler home is more of a log cabiny mountain feel, then you might want to go for something that's existing, built in the 90s, 80s even, and something that's log. This is a really cool house. One of the things that you might want to keep in mind with log homes, though, is that there's quite a lot of maintenance involved. So you can see here in this photo, the logs are starting to just fade a little bit. They're getting a little darker, and you have to always be upkeeping with the logs. Now, one thing from experience that I've had is when you get around sort of 8 to 10 years old on the logs, you're going to have to get them refinished. And that is typically on a house like this, you're probably looking at easily $75,000 for a company to come in, sand down and grind down the logs, and then redo them with a new product like Sickens, which is one of the famous ones that people use on their log homes. So we actually had that done on our house up in Pemberton a couple of years ago. We had to have some of the log features that we have outside of our house, like the support beams and things. Our home is very traditional home, but has some log features, and the logs had to be redone. We're probably looking at having those redone again in the next year or two. So something to keep in mind there with log homes in Whistler. So back to me here, and I wanted to just thank you so much for dropping by the show today. I really love sharing what I see out there in Whistler as I tour all of these homes. And if you have any questions about these or like a personal tour of them, or send me a DM or type Dean in the comments section below, and I'll reach out to you if you have any questions. So I hope you got some value out of the show today. Please share this to your friends, and we'll see you next week on the Whistler Real Estate Weekly Tour Show. Okay, catch you later.